What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Rewind Theater for Batman Arkham City. I'm Greg Miller alongside Rich George.
What's up?
And we're going to break this thing down for you. Of course, there's always a lot of stuff in Batman, so let's get right to it. First off, this is the first time you've ever seen gameplay, ladies and gentlemen, so get excited. Also, it's a return to that black and white motif we saw from the Game Informer debut. It's just here and there, but it's pretty nice. Let's start with characters we're seeing this game. If we can jump back to the 14-second mark, you see our first really great shot of Hugo Strange. Of course, we've seen the trailer about him already, Rich. Knows Batman's secret.
Yeah, I mean, Hugo Strange is kind of he's sort of the enforcer of Arkham City, right? So he's been put in charge of the whole area, and he's got a team of troops, the Tiger troops, that enforce the so-called law in the land. So
knows Batman's secret, gonna be cerebral, probably won't be something you go toe-to-toe with fisticuffs, but he'll be around for sure.
Unless he turns into a giant monster at the end.
Oh, why would they do that? Come on, that would make no sense. If we can jump to the 34-second mark, we get to see the Joker gang here, right? This time, Arkham City's broken up into different pockets of people led by supervillains. Obviously, these guys are led by the Joker right here. This is a special boss, I would probably say. Big old armor, or what is it, hammer and sickle there. He's probably got some Russian. He's got the Moscow skyline there. He's ready to go. You notice his face, though, done up like the Joker. So does everybody else. When you fight somebody who's like working with Two-Face, per se, they're going to have like a melted mask on to give you that. And speaking of Two-Face, if we jump to the 37-second mark, we hear the announcement of Prisoner 40 is in the courthouse. Prisoner 40 is Two-Face. If you go a little bit further to the 44-second mark, we see Two-Face going to town with Catwoman right here. Catwoman, Selena Kyle. She's not a prisoner of Arkham. She's just in there, you know, up to no good. Of course, Prisoner 40 here. Yep. Two-Face caught her.
She's basically taking advantage of the situation like she always does. This is a big part of the demo that we saw a while back, and, you know, basically Batman's got to go in there and save her. You see him here doing a dive to gain some momentum and build back up. You kind of do that throughout the world to try and float your way through to different objectives.
Yeah, this is broken up from the GDC demo we saw, and this is actually, there it is, the courthouse. This is Batman moving up on the courthouse to get inside and to keep things going. If we can jump to the 109-ish mark, we see Harley Quinn. She's back, and she has a brand new look. A super sexy costume, for one. But she's also got some rockin' tats right here. If you stop it, you can see down on her left hip, there is some Joker art. This is actually, if I remember correctly, concept art, or it was in, you know, the little whatchamacallit, not dictionary, but encyclopedia.
The Warden log.
Yeah, the Warden log from the original Arkham Asylum. And then over there on her right arm, there's another Joker one. It looks like it's like a double playing card with different Joker faces on.
This moment was really cool because, so, you know, in this scene, she kind of takes off after a while. I was like, screw you, Batman. And then you're facing out with these guards, and you hear them all talking to each other about, you know, oh, what do we do? Should we shoot him? I don't know. He's going to do something to us.
And then he did something
And then you beat the crap out of all of them.
Notice their Joker face paint, so we know, of course. They're Joker guys. Now, here's something we don't know if it's a full-on character. If you can jump to the 134 mark, right here, over here on the left side of the screen, right there, you got these little logo here. Like, as we said, broken up. We know of a Two-Face gang. We know of a Joker gang. Is this the Penguin gang?
I mean, it kind of seems like it. I mean, a lot of this seems based off of like the No Man's Land comics, where Arkham is basically divided into territories and a bunch of different gangs. Penguin, Two-Face, all these guys are fighting over territories. So I mean, it definitely seems like that's what's going on here. So.
And then if we can jump to 207, this is the end of the trailer, of course. This is when, you know, you get the big voiceover of, it was all a lie. There was nothing wrong with you. We go a little bit further, and it's none other than Joker looking better than ever. Last time we saw Joker in a thing, he was on an IV. His face was terrible. We thought he was dying maybe after, you know, getting all pumped up on the stuff last game. Yeah. Now he seems okay. Ready to fight some people.
Not too bad anyway. I mean,
a little bit. He puts his face in the light here in a couple seconds, and it's he's definitely seen better days, but he's coming along.
Yeah, and I mean, as you see early in the trailer, he's actually up to no good. I mean, he's definitely an active participant in the Arkham City game. He, you know, see at one point he's even trying to shoot Catwoman.
You're right, Rich. He really does. Actually, you know, we were talking about that Two-Face Catwoman part we already saw. In here, right here, right? This green sniper scope comes in, Batman throws her out of the way. Eventually, you get outside and you follow that sniper scope up using your detective vision. You find a tower that's got a Joker sentry in it, basically a remote-controlled sniper rifle Joker's working. Then when Batman gets up there, Joker deploys it and blows it up. Yeah. So Joker is definitely a serious part of this game. It seems like he won't be, you know, again, going toe-to-toe with you, as most Bat villains don't. Yeah. Because boring, fist fights are boring. You want to torture Batman. Yeah. Screw this guy. Frickin' orphan. Jump to the 32-second mark. This is a little tidbit that probably won't turn into anything, but Greg Miller likes to point this kind of crap out. You look at this man getting beat up down here. He does have an Arkham A over his left breast. He also has a nerdy haircut like Greg Miller, parted down the side, and nerdy black rimmed glasses
So
like
that's
Greg
Greg Miller.
No.
No.
As everybody knows, Greg Miller based his life on Superman. Could that be Clark Kent? Who knows? Could it be Jack Ryder is the other question.
I'm sure it's Clark Kent getting beat up by an Arkham inmate.
Hey, he's got to look. I don't see any blood. I don't see any bruises. All right, he's rolling too much. Anyways, though, Jack Ryder was in our demo, but I can't remember if he looked like that. I can't remember if he had the glasses.
That's kind of the look of Jack Ryder. I mean, and for those of you who don't know, Jack Ryder is just a famous newscaster, journalist type dude in
Turns into
Gotham
Creeper.
City. He does.
We'll see
I don't
if
think
that
we'll see a
happens.
Creeper.
No,
I don't think so.
Here's the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm putting in its own category. I think the Black Mask is in this trailer for the first time ever, unannounced character. If you go to the 26-second mark, it is one frame of some black-clad tiger guards beating down a man right there. Now look at that head. That looks like a black mask to me. That
Looks like a black
black
mask.
He's got a holster on over some dress clothes like the mafia boss or the boss that Black Mask is. Now, pointing inside either, if we can pull it up right now on screen, there it is. This is concept art from the original Batman Arkham Asylum.
Looks pretty close to me.
Exactly, right? Look, that is exactly how they envision him. White shirt, holster, black mask. I'm pretty sure this is Black Mask getting beat down by tiger guards. IGN scoop!
You have even more evidence, though. Because
Exactly. If you want to jump to the 122 mark, we see Sionis Industries. Also, heads up, Roman Sionis is the Black Mask. I might be pronouncing that wrong, but I don't care.
So you can see right there in the background, you got like a skull, and then right below that skull, you can kind of see the Sionis Industries logo there.
And this, of course, popped up in the original Arkham Asylum. Sionis Industries existed there. However, it didn't have the clown mask on it at the time. It's not a skull as much as it is the clown mask, which makes me think that this is the Joker headquarters that where you see at the end when you talk to him.
A lot of fire there.
Of course.
Kind of scary. Yeah.
A lot of great locations in this, so let's talk a little bit about those. If we can jump to the 21-second mark, right? You see the Monarch Theater right here. This is your first thing. It's a little hard to see. It's backwards now. You go a little bit further, you get at 49-second mark, you get a much better look at the Monarch Theater. This, of course, is where Bruce Wayne went and saw the Mask of Zorro with Thomas and Martha Wayne. They leave, get killed. So that's a very important thing. Now, if we keep going just a little bit further, there is an awesome, awesome Easter egg. Right here, if you keep going down, you're going to see Circus featuring Flying Graysons show. It says canceled, sprint across. Of course, that is, the old Dick Grayson in his family show. The parents got killed there. Dick Grayson was orphaned. If you go a little bit further in, you see it even better. I think at 53-second mark. Just a great close-up of, that was a definitive moment, obviously. The Monarch Theater, very, very tied to, Batman's lore.
Definitely some fan service in this game for the Batman fans.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you jump to the 59-second mark, we have a nice little throw out here that shows, I think, here, stop. This is what I'm worried about here. Warner Brothers couldn't spring for the actual Bennigan's license, so they got Ennigan's. Just showing that they are not putting the appropriate money into this game. When it jump to the 21-second mark, we see Wayne Enterprises. There it is, big W. You can't miss that. That's an easy one. You also see Ace Chemicals here. This is where the Joker was made. If we can go to the 25-second mark, however, we see GBS, which every DC Comics fan knows is the Galaxy Broadcasting System television network, the flagship, obviously based in Metropolis. Cat Grant worked there for a while. Jimmy Olsen worked there for a while. Obviously, they have a Gotham branch.
So that Superman confirmed Arkham City.
See, there you go. Clark Kent's in it. You got this. Go to the 122nd mark. You got GCN, the Gotham City News Network. So there is definitely a clash here in Arkham City to see who is going to cover the end of the world best. One of the things about an open world game, right, is how is Batman going to be able to move between planes like that, get into a building, get out of it. This would tell me that he's going to be able to swoop into certain things and go on that way, come out, shoot his grappling hook, and move on.
Yeah, and you can also just see, again, his new diving mechanic, which allows you to just gain a lot of momentum right there, and then you can basically tilt out like an airplane, and it lets you swoop back up again, which we saw a lot in the demo. It's like, I need to get way over here, I'm going to swoop and, build up, swoop, build up. And then we got a helicopter right here, so that's another gameplay sort of movement mechanic, right?
Yeah, keep letting go. There's a bunch of new gameplay, how Batman's going to exist in this world. First off, this is a great panoramic showing you how far, the game's come. And what Batman's scope is of trying to protect all of Gotham.
And helicopters, I mean, you see it earlier in the trailer, but he can latch onto the bottom of the helicopter. I believe the one we saw, at least, there's guns on the helicopter, so you got to be kind of careful. But you latch on there and you kind of catch a ride, and that's how, at least in the demo we saw, he gets into Two-Face's headquarters by jumping on there. Right there. There you go. Yep.
This is the easy way to get a bird's eye view of Metropolis, Gotham.
Oh, there's a good view of the gun too. So
there is gun confirmed, as they say. But yeah, there's a lot of good moves. If you can jump to the 107 mark, or just let it play, sorry. You're looking at how good we are. You got a double takedown here. Batman's got a whole bunch of moves like that. You see him, you know, jump in with that flying punch at one point, kind of do a shockwave and take everybody out. He's got new over-the-head moves where he's, you know, kicking some ass.
And I don't think we see it in this trailer, but we've seen it in previous trailers where he's able to like bust through walls now to grab people and get through there.
Detective mode obviously returns.
Yeah, and it's also a lot more
flying glide kick. Here it is. Look at these moves.
Yeah,
that's a 3-man takedown. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and just the level of takedowns and combat system seems a lot more fluid than it was in previous games. It's really good.
Well, to find out everything that'll be in Batman Arkham City, make sure you continue to check IGN.com every Bat Day, Bat fans.